DJ AFK here. Today's video we will be running the Interstellar Convergence in EVE Online. This is the Doctor Who crossover. There will be two parts to this. In the first we need to collect resources and create filaments, and then in the second part we will use the filaments to run combat sites. For our resource gathering, we will be looking for the relic sites called Warp Matrix Convergence. They are not all that difficult to scan down. For that, our fit is not very complicated, but we will be using my favorite ship, the Astero. Go ahead and check out what we need. We will need a Relic Analyzer of some type. It does not have to be the Tech 2. And we will need a probe launcher and some scanner probes. That's about it. On this particular Astero, we do have just a little bit of passive defense and active repair. We have a gravity capacitor upgrade to let us scan a little faster. And I do have the Sisters core scanner probes. A micro warp drive is recommended as the boxes are about 25 kilometers apart. Other than that, we shouldn't need anything else. With that, let's get started. In order to find these, we need to scan down the cosmic signatures. There are two in this area. Let's go ahead and find out what those are. Alright, there is one in this area. We're looking for Warp Matrix. Go ahead and warp to that.
Warp drive active.
And we'll gather our probes on the way. In these relic sites, there are no enemy ships. There is no combat, at least in the high-sec version. There are red and blue, what appear to be wormholes on the screen, and those have buffs and debuffs that they give you. The red ones will cut your velocity in half and double your inertia modifier, and the blue ones will double your velocity and halve your inertia modifier. If you're in a frigate, shouldn't matter much, but we hack the boxes like we would any relic site. We grab the loot. Move on to the next box. So far I have been ignoring all of the convergent nexus, the wormhole looking things. They don't seem to have much of an effect. I mean, once you hit 3 or 4 red ones in a row, yes, that will definitely slow you way down, but not traveling far. And out here, there is not much of a risk of danger. Go ahead and gather every box in this area and see if we can find another cosmic signature to scan down. We have finished hacking all of the boxes in the first site. See if we have another signature, and we do. Let's go ahead and scan this one down. Now, these signatures pop up randomly just about everywhere. I haven't found any place that they don't. But if you've already scanned all of the signatures in a particular area, and one pops up, it is probably this. Looks like we have found our next site.
Warp drive
Let's go ahead and
active.
warp there. There does appear to be another person scanning these down, so we may have some competition on the boxes. It does look like we will get our next 3 to make 10 for the event points. These are really easy to scan down. The boxes are really easy to hack because they are high-sec. So the difficult part of it is to find a system with an active signature and not get beat by another player. Alright, we have finished our next anomaly, or signature rather, and another one just popped up. So let's go ahead and scan this one down. Now, the other player that is scanning for these anomalies did not make it in before we got all of the boxes. He may scan the next one down a little bit quicker. As you enter the zone, you don't know which one is going to be the event signature, so you have to start scanning each one until you can identify that is or is not what you're looking for. One of the easier ways is if you start scanning it and it feels difficult, that's not it. These are really easy. That is a relic site. It is scan level 1. Yep, that is easy to scan. We should actually get that fully identified on this round at 2AU. Let's go ahead and warp to that. Select our probes. Eventually, we will drop a curious filament, or another type of filament blueprint. And that is what we use to manufacture the filaments. I have run almost a dozen sites and do not have the requisite items to actually make filament yet. So we do have an amicus on our tail here hacking boxes. Even if we were not in high sec, I would not need to fear an amicus, so we are all good. Alright, that looks like all of them except for the box that other pilot has. We will let him have that. See if we have another anomaly, which we do not. Let us dock up and see what we got. We have returned to station. It appears that we did not get any blueprints this time around, so that was almost 3 full signatures. We missed, I guess, about 3 boxes on the final one. We did get lots of strange matter components. There are different types of those, and time crystals. We have curious warp matrix filament blueprints. When the copies drop, they are good for 1 run, which takes just a couple of minutes, so no big deal. But you need all sorts of different types of the strange matter components and time crystal oscillators, and then just a few tritanium and pyrite. Not difficult to come across. It would take a couple of minutes to mine those, or you can buy them off of the market. Once we gather enough resources to build these, we'll make 2 filaments and go ahead and run those. If we come up with a better way to find the anomalies or to identify where or when they're going to pop, I will make a follow-up video showing that. We may also encounter some more difficult items in lower security areas to see what the difference is in number of materials, number of blueprints, and things like that. But until then, play safe.